Yes. So this is my 43rd video on real analysis in a playlist of UPSC Maths Optional. So far what we are doing is we have been solving the all previous question papers on real analysis from 2018 to 1992. So in that way we have finished from 2018 to 2008, right? So successfully we have finished almost 10 years of question papers from 2018 to 2008. Now we are in 2007, right? Yeah. So in 2007 there are 4 problems. So there are 4 problems in 2007. So the first problem is using Lagrange mean value theorem prove that modulus of cos b minus cos a is always less than or equal to modulus of b minus a, right? So I have already explained Lagrange mean value theorem in calculus playlist, right? So we have 2 playlists for calculus. The one is I have explained all basic concepts and then I have solved some problems based on that concept. And second playlist is I have been solving the all previous question papers on calculus. So in the description I will provide the link for Lagrange mean value theorem because I have already explained geometrically what Lagrange mean value theorem says that. So before watching this video, in the description I will give the link for Lagrange mean value theorem. You go through that video, then only you will understand this geometrically, right? So don't think I'm not explaining this. I have already explained several times. So in the description I will provide the link. You go through that link and then you come back to this video, right? So using Lagrange mean value theorem, we have to prove this inequality, that is modulus of cos b minus cos a is less than or equal to b minus a. That's what we have to prove, right? Yeah. So this is Lagrange mean value theorem, right? If a function f defined on closed interval a comma b is continuous on that interval and differentiable on that interval, then there exists a real number c in between this a comma b such that the derivative of this will be equal to f of b minus f of a by b minus a, right? So that is there exists at least one point whose slope is parallel to the secant line, right? So that is what I explained geometrically in the Lagrange mean value theorem. So in the description I will provide you the link. So we'll get on to the problem now. So we have to prove that modulus of cos b minus cos a is less than or equal to b minus a. This is a little bit different from Rolle's theorem, right? So in Rolle's theorem there will be another condition, that is f of a has to be equal to f of b. Then there exists a number c such that f dash of c is equal to 0. That states that if f of a and f of b are equal, then there exists at least one point whose derivative is parallel to x-axis. But this is Lagrange mean value theorem, right? This states is that there exists at least one point whose slope of the tangent line will be parallel to slope of the secant line, right? So yeah, so we'll get on to the problem now. So if x is equal to y, then there is nothing to prove, right? Or if a is equal to b, then there is nothing to prove. So if b is equal to a here, if b is equal to a, then you will have, if b and a are same, then this will be cos a minus cos a, and this will be less than or equal to a minus a, right? So this is natural, right? So this is trivial. 0 is less than or equal to 0. So we'll assume that b is not equal to a, right? So if b is equal to a, let me change the color of the pen. So if b is equal to a, then there is nothing to prove, right? So there is nothing to prove. There is nothing to prove. So we assume that b is not equal to a. So our case 1 will be, what will happen if b is greater than a. On case 2 will be, what will happen if b is less than a. So we have to prove this inequality is true if b is greater than a, and this inequality is true if b is less than a, right? So we assume that b is greater than a. So since it is not equal, it has to be greater than or less than. So first case 1 will be b is greater than a. So consider the function f of x is equal to cos x, right? Cos x on a comma b, right? I'm defining the function. Let us say it is open interval. So I'm defining a new function f of x is equal to cos x on open interval a comma b. So you can see this is our function, right? This function is defined on this interval. Clearly our f of x is cos x, right? This is clearly a continuous function and differentiable function on this interval. So clearly cos x is continuous on closed interval a comma b, right? Because it has no breaks in this interval, and it is differentiable. Clearly cos x continuous on differentiable a comma b, and differentiable on open interval a comma b. So you can see the first two statement, the first two assumption of our f satisfies for this function cos x. So by Lagrange mean value theorem, there exists a point C such that f dash of c is equal to f of b minus f of a by b minus a, right? So if I apply that, our f dash of c, so our f dash of c, right? So f dash of c is equal to f of b minus f of a by b minus a, right? So I've just applied Rolle's theorem for the function f of x equal to cos x. Sorry, Lagrange. I have applied Lagrange theorem for the function f of x equal to cos x on this interval. So clearly this is continuous and differentiable. So by Lagrange mean value theorem, this will happen, right? This will happen. So you have to state this theorem and then you have to code this. So what is our f of x? What is our f of x? Our f of x is cos x. So what will be our f of b? It is cos b, right? What will be our f of a? It is cos a. So this will be, what is our f of b? It is cos b minus, what is our f of a? It is cos a, b minus a. And what is our f dash of c? F dash of c is nothing but our f of x is cos x, and our f dash of x will be, the derivative of cos x will be minus sin x, and what will be our f dash of c? It will be minus sin c. So it will be minus sin c. Now just take modulus on both sides, right? So we have cos b minus cos a by b minus a is equal to minus sin c. That is what we have here. So take modulus on both sides. Take modulus on both sides. What we will have? So this will be modulus of cos b minus cos a by b minus a, and this will be modulus of minus sin c. So modulus of minus sin c is nothing but modulus of sin c. And what is the maximum value for sin c? So you will know that the range of a sine function is minus 1 to 1. So this will always be less than or equal to 1, right? Because our range for sin x is minus 1 to 1. So modulus of sin x will always be less than or equal to 1. So I can change modulus of sin to be less than or equal to, careful that the equality has been changed to inequality here. So we have modulus of cos b minus cos a by b minus a is less than or equal to 1. So I can apply modulus to each term. So modulus of cos b minus cos a by modulus of b minus a is less than or equal to 1. So if I bring this term to this side, I'll have cos b minus cos a is less than or equal to b minus a. That is what we need to prove, right? So cos b minus cos a is less than or equal to b minus a. This is case 1, right? So again you have to prove this is true for case 2 also. So what will be our case 2? In case 1 we have assumed that, so case 2, so in case 1 we have assumed that b is greater than a. Now we assume that b is less than a. B is less than a. This is same as a is greater than b, right? This is same as a is greater than b. Now we will follow the same technique now. If a is greater than b, again I define the function same function. Again I define the same function. We have define a function f of x is equal to cos x on, there we have defined a comma b. Here we are defining b comma a because our a is greater than b, right? So you can see here, if b is greater than a, we have defined it as a comma b. Now a is greater than b, so I have defined this as b comma a. So this will be, so if I do that, I apply the same now. So our f of x is continuous on closed interval b comma a, and it is differentiable also, right? So clearly this function f is continuous on closed interval b comma a, and it is differentiable on, f is differentiable on open interval a comma b. So again by Lagrange mean value theorem, there exists a number, serial number c in open interval a comma b, sorry, b comma a, right? B comma a, there exists open interval c because our interval is b comma a. So there exists a number c in the open interval b comma a. B comma a such that f dash of c will be equal to f of a minus f of b by a minus b, right? Yeah, so you have to be careful that here b comma a, it is not a comma b. So what will be our f of a? So I'll just interchange this. So it will be f of a minus f of b by a minus b is equal to f dash of c. And what is our f of a? It is cos a, and this will be cos b by a minus b is equal to, here we have f dash of x, right? So again it will be minus sin x. So if I take modulus on both sides, I'll have modulus of cos a minus cos b by modulus of a minus b. So this will be modulus of sin x. So again by this previous, this will be less than or equal to 1. Now I can write this as modulus, if I can take minus here, so it will be cos b minus cos a by, again if I take minus here, it will be b minus a, it will be less than or equal to 1, right? So modulus of minus something, this is same as modulus of cos b minus cos a, right? Because modulus, so negative will be changed to positive. This will be modulus of b minus a is less than or equal to 1. So therefore modulus of cos b minus cos a is less than or equal to modulus of b minus a, because modulus of minus alpha is same as modulus of alpha. So modulus of minus alpha is same as mod alpha. This is elementary property, right? So we have proved that if a is less than or equal to b, or if a is less than b or greater than b, our modulus of cos b minus cos a will always be less than or equal to b minus a for all a comma b belongs to R, right? It's very important. I missed this question. For all a comma b belongs to R, right? So you take this sum as an exercise sum. Using Lagrange-Minimal theorem, prove that modulus of sin a minus sin b is less than or equal to modulus of a minus b for all a comma b belongs to R, right? Here a and b are just dummy variable. So in exam point of view, they can also ask, prove that modulus of sin x minus sin y is less than or equal to modulus of x minus y for all x comma y belongs to R. You take this sum as exercise. So here you take f of x to be sin x, right? You follow the same procedure. So you just take f of x to be sin x here for this problem, right? So the question is, using Lagrange-Minimal theorem, prove that modulus of sin x minus sin y is less than or equal to modulus of x minus y. Here you take f of x to be, this is int, right? This is int. You take f of x to be cos sin x on the same condition, b greater than a, b less than a. So again you will have here, if you get a sin x, it will be cos x here. So modulus of cos x also less than or equal to 1. So this will follow, right? Yeah. So the next video we'll move on to the next problem. So we'll see the next video. Goodbye. Thank you.